Okay, hi Tauruses. Thank you for visiting my YouTube channel, Lucy the Antigua Tarot. And my name is Lucy, and I am here to do your reading, tarot reading for the month of May 2017. And it is a cross spread, 5 cards, 5 positions. So let's start with position number 1, which is speaking of the situation, your situation at this moment, Tauruses. And you guys are getting the Knight of Cups, which is an awesome card. And with the Knight of Cups, you are learning to understand your desires. The good news is that you gladly will act on them, okay? Which is, you guys are all like, go out and do it. You're all action. So, yeah. So you're learning to understand your desires, and you gladly will act on them now. Now, this card may indicate the beginning of a romantic encounter if you're not in one already. But the thing is that you may have no desire actually at this moment to make any commitments at this time. Okay, which is fine. You might encounter somebody, or maybe you know somebody and things are starting to get a little hot. But you may not be ready for a commitment at this time. So you probably are feeling a need to explore all of your possibilities. It's probably a strong feeling that you are getting at this moment in regards to this situation of perhaps beginning a romantic encounter. Even so, you do want to recognize and integrate those deep emotions that you're feeling. You want to recognize them and then integrate them into this new beginning, perhaps, of a relationship. Okay. And especially if you are learning to understand your desires, gladly and gladly acting on them, you want to recognize at this moment your strong feelings, okay, and explore the possibilities at this moment and integrate these feelings, okay, and these deep emotions at this time. So, just basically be in touch with your feelings and your emotions. That's what this card is telling you, and to integrate them in whatever may be happening to you guys at this moment. This is card number 1, your situation at this moment, Tauruses. Now, with the Knight of Cups, also, you're starting perhaps to realize the 2 important components of an intimate relationship. Now, these are general readings. A lot of you might already be totally aware of this, but some of you might just really begin to really understand, sink in deep into you what these 2 components are, to have an intimate relationship, and the wisdom that comes with that realization is the sexual components of it. So basically, with this realization, you're lifting the veils of exploration. Okay, you're lifting the veils of not being aware, basically, and exploring a little bit more this area of your life, which is being intimate, having an intimate relationship, Tauruses. Exploring that part of your life, and be aware that these desires, if it's in regards to a romantic relationship, these desires oftentimes they quickly extinguish, they vanish. So you will need to, if you're really interested, that desire, you need to back it up with a strong connection based on common goals, and also developing that ability to establish good communication between the 2 of you. So this card, this beautiful Knight of Cups, um, is all about creating a deep exploration of the self, of your inner self, and inclusively your sexual self and your intimate self in a relationship, okay? And the need, the ability to have, that communication, because you do need to do that. That communication of your desires and your wishes, being able to communicate those things about you very clearly, so that, if they're communicated clearly and understood, chances are that your desires will be fulfilled. And that is what that card of the Knight of Cups is telling you. Position number one, the position you're in right now. Now, this card is asking you to reflect on the question, or the idea of what possibilities, in this whole, exploration that's going on here with the Knight of Cups. What possibilities here require further exploration before you commit yourself to the new situation or something new in your life? Okay, so before you commit to something new in your life, what possibilities require further exploration for you? It's a beautiful message. Now, in position number two, over here to the right of the Knight of Cups, position number two is talking about the influences leading you to this moment. Which moment is that? The moment that the Knight of Cups is talking about, where you are at this point in time. These are the influences that have led you here, and you guys are getting the Tower in this position number two. And a very powerful card. The Tower is, I guess you can call it the Great Awakener. It awakens you. It tears away the veils that often prevent clear sight. And this might be something that's happening to you. It's an influence that has led you to where you are right now. And this can be, seeing clearly, okay, lifting the veils of illusion and being presented with clear sight, with clarity. It can be a painful thing, because sometimes, it's way easier to just hold on to a belief system, which could be an illusion, than to face a truth, which could be difficult. With the Tower, obviously, it's saying that it's probably a difficult truth. And it indicates a time of, transformation for you guys at a very deep level. That means an internal transformation, very deep inside of who you are. And it's often brought about through external circumstances. It's not a change that comes from within, but it's a change that's caused in your outside world, and that it affects you internally. Yeah, that's what that card means. And the reason why this happens, that that we are confronted with external situations that create deep change inside of us, that these kind of things happen to the whole idea is to create, in other words, to let go of the old, what was an illusion, and make room in our lives and make space for the new forms of energy and experiences that are going to come in from that change. It is an amazing card. Now, the Tower also indicates that it's time to let go. There might be something that you're holding on to and you're having a difficult time letting go. Something or someone or some belief system. Maybe you're like deeply in love with somebody and they're not responding, and you're just like set on you know, believing that it could work out at some point and you're waiting. The card, this card could be telling you that it's time to let go and to allow things to take their course of action. Um, Try not to control it. Um, and when you get this card, it's the message that it's telling you is that to resist, that you need to resist that urge to fight or resist that urge to deny the new experience. You know what I'm saying? The right action is to wait for all of this to blow over. Just let it, just let it blow over. Let it take its course. Okay? Because it will take a course with or without you, right? So in a sense, you're not being included, just let it go. Now you may feel that you might feel that you're kind of like, shipwrecked in an island, feeling all alone, and you feel like really strange, and you have no guidance as to what to do next. But actually, it's the time when you're feeling like this, where you will experience yourself as a strong and empowered being who is programmed to survive this tower. And the tower, we get the tower all the time in life, right? It's just part of the process, the tower. Okay, now, the tower can also signify a sudden flash of insight. See, there's like this lightning that's coming through, and it's like really quick. Lightning is fast and quick. It could symbolize that you're getting a sudden flash of insight, a realization, like an aha moment, and that can bring forth a sense of a real high excitement, ecstasy, and this can change your life, in an instant. So something like that could happen or has happened. Remember that position 2 or influences that have brought you here. Okay, so yeah, the gifts that the tower brings you, though we might feel that my God, this is a gift, I'm suffering here, this is harsh, I thought it was this way and I was wrong, but it does open the way to, a very powerful, true sense of yourself. You learn a lot from this experience, and that's what the tower is all about. Now, the reflection for the tower, it's asking you if you are ready to let go of the masks which hide the true self. Okay? Yeah, you know how they say life is a stage and we all wear our costumes and our masks and blah, blah, blah. Well, with the Tower card, are you now ready to let go of the masks? Because just as you have been seeing illusions and thinking they're truths, you have been perhaps hiding behind your masks. So are you ready to let go of the masks which hide your true self, Tauruses? And that is the influences that have brought you here, which it seems to me that you have, right? And if you haven't, you're in the process of, perhaps. It is a general reading. Now, in position number 3, to the left of your center card, the Knight of Cups. The number 3 is speaking of the direction you are moving in or you are moving towards, and you're getting the Knight. You have 2 knights. I love knights. Who doesn't love knights? Brave and courageous, will stand up for what they believe in. People look up to them. All right, and you have this Knight of Wands in position number 3, the direction you are moving in, and this Knight indicates a time of really great movement forward, Tauruses. Okay, it's moving forward. You're confronting your changes. You're confronting your emotions with this. I mean, you're facing it and you're moving forward. Okay, that's the direction that you're moving into. Because you're getting this strong energy that is coming in your way. There's something you're doing that's bringing you energy, and you're not going to be able to ignore that energy. And with this force of energy is going to come a huge feeling of excitement, a lot of excitement. And you're going to be feeling a little impatient. You want to make things happen, uh, with energy. You want them to you just want to move forward. You have a lot of energy. And it could be that life is responding to your urge to move forward by creating changes around you. All right. You, you can dance with the rising tide with your eagerness and enthusiasm. You're just like feeling so high, and for this reason, you will overcome any difficult situation that may come your way with this energy, okay? And at the same time, you're going to enable your leadership qualities to show through. That's what you're getting for the month of May, Taurus. Is a really positive card. This card also shows a strong mind and a very strong, untamable, to tame untamable will. Okay, there is, an open honesty in your optimism, and that this openness is attracting people around you. They feel comfortable around you, and this energy will enable you to uh, uh, to turn into action your ideas that are coming from your inspiration, Tauruses. It's a really positive card, and that's the direction you're moving into. And the reflection for this card is telling you, where do you seek change in your life? Where do you seek change in your life? All right, really beautiful. Okay, now in position number 4, which is the card up here crowning your reading, and number 4 is how the important people that are around you or right now, Tauruses, or the significant others who are around you right now, how they see you and how they're feeling about you, and you're getting the 5 of Cups. Now with the 5 of Cups, it's bringing you the message in regards to your emotions. It's Cups. You have a lot of emotions here. You have the Knight, the Cups, and then you have this Tower with all this intense feelings happening, and then you have this energy, right? So with a 5 of Cups, first, it is indicating to you that you may be experiencing disappointments of some kind. Okay, it could be related to a relationship or something important that is in your life, that's happening in your life, or that you're doing in your life. But there's some disappointment of some kind. Perhaps you're feeling that someone is letting you down. Okay, and it doesn't necessarily have to be in relation to love, guys. It can be any situation that's going on in your lives right now with people, and this is how other people are seeing you and feeling about you. Okay, so they're probably seeing you as kind of sad. And with this card, though, these feelings, these disappointments that you're feeling are going to push you forward to find the healing that you need so that you feel whole again, okay? It's going to give you that impulse and that urge to do that. That's what this card is saying. Now, the figure in this card, he's standing alone, and he's dressed in black. Okay. If you can see, let me pull it up a little closer for you guys to see it. He's dressed in black, and you're probably familiar with this card. He's standing alone, and there are three cups in front of him that have tipped over, and the two behind him that remain standing. Do you see that? And he's only noticing the spilled cups in front of him and forgets about the two that are still standing. Okay, and the sky above is gray, and there's a river flowing right in front of him also. And in the foreground, you can see that there's a white bridge that's inviting him to cross over to the other side. Okay. It's really a beautiful card. And all of these images may be, denoting a high emotional state. A lot of emotion, a lot of deep feelings, maybe some depression, some sadness, and over something lost or someone lost. Someone that, or says something or someone that has gone, is no longer there. And it could be, it's very important, this something or someone, obviously. So the Five of Cups, Tauruses, my dear Tauruses, is inviting you to use your disappointments from your past to serve as a point of departure, to leap into a positive future full of fresh intentions, okay? And you are so able to do that. Your ability to see what it is that you truly want, it's going to benefit you in the end. I mean, that's what you need to do. And it's inviting you, metaphorically, to cross the white bridge and go to the other side of your reality, okay? Remember that you have these veils that need to be lifted so that you can see clearly. All right, so go to the other side of your reality. That's what the metaphor of that bridge. And this will give you a fresh perspective, because often enough, it is only when we have, moved away from a focus on our feelings to that place where a new horizon shines, a new promise beams out at us, okay, can we see the situation with clarity. So there's two cards speaking of seeing situations with clarity. When we see clearly, we are able to perceive how to deal with the situations in a constructive way and in a more positive way, my dear Tauruses. The Five of Cups, a very beautiful card, very beautiful messages. So therefore, with this card, what it's doing, it's bringing you this very important message, Tauruses, my dear Tauruses. Though you may be feeling, stuck, trapped, you can expect a natural progression to take place soon in the situation you are experiencing, this entrapment at this time. Okay, guys? Now, this card is asking you to reflect on the idea of if you are ready to accept the fact that your past disappointments have had important lessons for you to learn. So are you ready to accept this fact? You probably are, otherwise you wouldn't be listening to the tarot readings, right? I mean, you probably are aware of this, and you realize that certain disappointments, there's some disappointments maybe where you have not yet grasped the lessons that need to be learned, perhaps, and that's why you're getting that card, okay? My dear Tauruses. Now, with position number 5, it's all talking about how you see those important people or significant other that are around you right now in your life, how you see them and how you feel about them. And you have the Eight of Swords. And this card is all about releasing and finding freedom, finding your freedom. The Eight of Swords indicates that you need to release your strong feelings in a safe place where you will feel comfortable. Okay, so you need to be able to talk about them in a safe place, and perhaps you're trying to find somebody who you can express your feelings in, that where you're going to feel safe. Very important, because there is a need for you to free yourself from repressive thoughts and situations, so that you can recreate a happier and more purposeful life. Not that you don't have a lot of purpose already in your life. Now, this card signifies recognition of inner struggles. Okay, so recognize, being aware of our inner struggles. In turn, these recognitions will lead you to the process that you need to go through, where you're going to be able to let go and release those things that are holding you back. So all of this is going to enable you to reach positive and creative solutions, all right? To avoid any more repressive situations in your life right now, Tauruses, okay? That's what that card is talking about. In other words, something is tying you down, holding you back emotionally, perhaps. Now, a sense of empowerment will result for you when you direct your emotions in constructive ways that will help heal you. You may be feeling that your boundaries and set limits are being tested and overstepped by some people around you, and if this is the case, it is time to create a new and more stable limits, to create new and more stable limits and boundaries for yourself. And finally, my dear Tauruses, don't forget to direct your feelings of struggle. Okay, the feelings of struggle that you're feeling, don't forget to direct that energy in constructive and positive activities and projects. Okay, that really helps. Now, the question to reflect on with this Eight of Swords, the question is, what are you holding on to that no longer functions for you in a positive way? So it's almost like you have to go and do some late spring cleaning emotionally and even physically. All right, and that is your reading, my dear Tauruses, for the month of May 2017. Thank you for visiting my channel, Lucy the Antigua Tarot, and I hope you enjoyed your reading. I always enjoy doing them. Beautiful reading, really. I wish you a beautiful month of May. Take good care, and I'll see you guys in June. Okay, bye bye.